My name is Champ Ensminger. I am a recently graduated senior from UW, and I recently moved to New York for an internship with Vimeo.com. Before that, I was a participant and I guess a winner at last year's NFFTY Awards in 2011 with a short film I submitted to the experimental category called Tonal. So I am an apprentice, one of two other apprentices that got brought in last August. We help out the community management team at Vimeo here in their headquarters in New York in the neighborhood of Chelsea. And it's a really cool just like building to work in. There's a bunch of other web companies and stuff. It's a lot of fun. In the community management team, we help answer emails, talk to people on the forums if they have any questions on how to use the site. And we also help test out new features for the website, just kind of little random things. We have developers, a really cool team of developers working on new gadgets and stuff for people to use on the site to help them upload videos in the highest quality. And we also do a lot of fun stuff, which is surprising for an internship, which is we help write and produce a lot of video school lessons. There's a section of the website that's dedicated towards teaching people how to use video and how to edit and all this stuff. And so we kind of have creative ways to try and teach people how to use all that stuff, and then also have contests. We have these things called weekend projects, where we have a contest for a certain theme to send out to people, and they try to finish it within that weekend. And we pick some winners for the next weekend. And we give them cool stuff like a free Plus account and stuff like that. And other than that, we just kind of help brainstorm how to make the site really cool, really interesting, and try to engage with the people who use the website. Since a lot of the people in the community management team are filmmakers themselves, they have a background with film, they just have a real big interest in the way the internet works with trying to bring out creative projects like videos and films out to the people. And so it's a really cool environment to hang out in. It's like, you know, for all the nifty people watching, it's like they're all like us, you know, just kind of video geeks and really into stories and things like that. So they have kind of a cycle of interns every year that they invite with a blog post. The staff runs a blog too, and so they had a blog post that was asking, hey, this next summer we're bringing in some more interns, and if you want to come and hang out with us in New York, you submit a video explaining why you want to work with us and all this stuff. And so I submitted that. I'd already been an active user on the site. You know, a lot of video projects that I had been doing during school, I posted on there, and it's just like it was just a really cool environment to kind of get positive feedback and you know, just like hang out with other people on the internet that are really into video and stuff like that, and learn how to do a lot of things with the video school, obviously. So and so I submitted that video, and I was just about to finish school, and then there was a month-long process of just kind of hiring technical stuff, and then eventually I got hired and packed up my bags and moved to New York, and yeah, the rest is pretty much history. I've been doing this for the past like 5 months now, and yeah, it's been pretty awesome. Yeah, last year's NFFTY was really exciting. It was the last year of it was my senior year at UW, and me and a friend had submitted our videos there, so we were both like really pumped for this contest or this festival to kind of to get going, because my friend and I, Tommy, we were hoping to be a lot more active in the film community in Seattle, which didn't seem like much was going on, and then we had heard that NFFTY was kind of this big deal. And so we submitted our films however many months before the festival, and also helped to kind of promote it. I was helping at my school for arts and entertainment and kind of showing what events were going on around Seattle. And yeah, like I was just really impressed by the scale of it. Like it was definitely a legit film festival. Like we had heard about it previous years, and it seemed like a smaller thing, but like it just blew up last year. Red carpet events and like a huge like grand opening screenings, and then like a huge party in the Space Needle, and it was just I don't know, like the whole thing was just really it like met and exceeded expectations as far as a first film festival for somebody who's trying to get into film. I would say like the three big things that I found really awesome about the festival last year was first networking with industry professionals who came in. We had a couple days to just kind of speed network with some people who were in the industry and kind of see what it's like. Um, and then just networking with people our own age. Like, you know, it's a youth-oriented film festival, and so you get to hang out with all these kids, not just college people, you know, trying to go after the same thing at the same level, but like young kids who are like 10 or 11 who know all this amazing stuff that you knew, you know, a couple years ago and just found out about. And it's like you find out that the learning curve for shooting film is starting to kind of even out. Everybody knows everything, which is really great. And then finally, the best thing about the NFFTY Festival was definitely showing my work to an audience in kind of a screening setting. I think the internet makes it really easy for people to kind of show all of your stuff. You go on any video hosting website and you know, get comments and stuff like that, but you don't get to see everybody's impression and everybody's kind of initial reaction to what they saw. And it's a really gratifying experience to see that and to get all this encouragement in person to keep doing what you want to do. And so that was definitely the most rewarding thing about the festival for me. I think people my age are at a kind of a cross, like people my age are at a transitional period where the way we want to see our jobs is way different than what they would have been 10 years before. Like somebody who went to film school would want to do some short films and eventually get into big feature films, ideally. I mean, you know, best case scenario. I definitely, going to school, was thinking that there's a certain track that I want to get into. I was really into music and still am coming out of school. So I was definitely interested in shooting music videos, trying to try to hang out with bands and shoot music videos for them, and then transition from there to do some commercial work with ad agencies, do, you know, commercial stuff like that, and then transition to bigger things, maybe some ideas that I had or written to do short films, similar to Tonal that I submitted to the festival, and then maybe eventually go into feature film. But those priorities have definitely changed with getting this job, and then with kind of realizing how much influence the internet has with like changing what you do, because film is a very traditional track as far as career, and that is nowadays getting really redefined. And I think trying to pigeonhole yourself into thinking you'll just work for production teams to make feature films or something, and then eventually get your stuff out there, is a little constricting when you realize that if you use the internet and figure out what it can do for you, then it might be a smaller scale of the kind of work that you're trying to do, but if you just keep trying, then it's like you can do all kinds of cool stuff. You can hang out with all kinds of cool people. You know, the internet brought me to NFFTY. Like the submissions, you know, all of them had been uploaded onto the NFFTY site and screened and all that. And then my job application was sent to Vimeo through the internet. I found out about them through a blog post. So the internet is kind of a big deal for film producers and filmmakers these days, I think. Well, I think this internship with Vimeo kind of like changed my perspective about what I wanted to do. Seattle was a great place to study film and to just kind of hang out in general, and then NFFTY was a great thing to do as kind of like a send-off before I went on to do other things. But I definitely felt like I needed a change of geography, because although there is kind of a growing production scene in Seattle, and people who want to write and get into film and all this stuff, it's a difficult place to start. And I think NFFTY it was a good thing to join NFFTY because you kind of see an expanded horizon of where else you can kind of hang out for film. Like all these kids, people from all over the world came for NFFTY, and you get to see that people your age are doing a lot of cool stuff in different parts of the world, and it was just more encouraging to be able to try and get out there, and my prospects of moving were a lot more kind of concentrated after NFFTY for sure. And so moving to New York was definitely a big step in finding out a lot more opportunities for work as far as film for people our age. I think LA is a little intimidating as far as starting from the ground up for producing or for just kind of doing anything really. And so I am exactly where I want to be. And NFFTY definitely helped that, like I said, in kind of thinking outside the box of Seattle and seeing what else was going on in the rest of the world as far as film.